Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Serpent, and if you do enjoy the videos, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. There is a lot to talk about tonight, and we're going to kick off with one of the most important ones, which is the SEC versus Ripple. Here's how two 2012 memos can turn the tide in the milestone crypto case. Now, you must be wondering, what's 2012? What have 2012 documents got to do with this? How come we haven't heard of this before, right? Well, we will soon know if Ripple executives were warned of the possibility of an SEC lawsuit ahead of the XRP's launch. So Ripple's court battle with the United States Securities and Exchange Commission has recently new developments, and according to some observers, could foreshadow an impending resolution to this massively consequential case. And we know that the case is beyond just XRP versus Ripple versus SEC. And the whole crypto industry here is watching very patiently. Now, February 17, which is today, but of course in America, it's going to happen a little while in Australia we're sleeping, marks the deadline for Ripple to unseal a series of 2012 documents whose contents will likely sway the opinions of both the court and the public toward either one side or the other. That's how big this is. In another plot twist, the court's decision to treat some of the SEC's documents as open to discovery could set a groundbreaking precedent for similar cases involving US executive agencies. Now, this is where it gets interesting. So what is at stake? 23rd of December 2020, we found out that obviously the SEC was going after Ripple, and alleges that the company raised upwards of $1.3 billion by selling the XRP token without registering it as a security. That's the big thing, right, from the SEC. And it's not the first lawsuit against a digital asset. But unlike many others, Ripple chose to go all the way into getting into a legal fistfight with the SEC. And I've mentioned for the better part of a year that if Ripple wanted to settle on SEC's terms, this would have already happened. Let's be very clear. If Ripple wanted to give in to the SEC and settle on the SEC's terms, it would have already happened. But Ripple's going all the way. They're going to go all the way. Now, one of the pillars of Ripple's defense is that it simply did not know that its XRP token could be categorized as a security. The SEC, the argument goes, should have notified the company of its intentions before taking the matter to court. By not doing so, the agency denied Ripple what is known as fair notice. So that's what we're talking about here. Now, this powerful argument could go bust, though, if it turns out that Ripple knew it was possible the SEC would take issue with the status of the token. So this is where it gets really interesting, right? So the US District Judge Annalisa Torres ruled that by February 17, Ripple would have to make public sealed legal memos from 2012 from Ripple's lawyers advising Ripple before launching XRP. The SEC claims that Ripple was advised in 2012 that XRP would be deemed a security under the federal law. So Ripple was well aware that the risk that the SEC would bring a lawsuit. Ripple claims that the 2012 legal memos related only to proprietary internal strategies. This is going to be really interesting. It's going to be really interesting where we go. Now, what I will say in regards to where we're at and what are the implications of these 2012 documents. Now, 95% of all these lawsuits settle before trial. It seems likely that we will never have a jury trial, but the interpretation of these 2012 legal memos may be a factor in some settlement of the current SEC lawsuit. Now, the fact that the Ripple chose to engage in court rather than going for a settlement right away does not rule out the possibility of a settlement at some point throughout this process. So for me, I'm stand by my personal opinion. The opinion is that the SEC has not been very clear at all. It seems to adapt and change its rules as it pleases. There are many arguments that support that even as early as 2018, Ripple was not deemed a security. What are the 2012 legal memos going to find? Well, I believe it's going to be vague at best. That it's going to bring nothing that the SEC can really hold on to and challenge Ripple. That is my opinion of what's happening with these 2012 legal memos. Now, should the 2012 legal memos actually not have anything to do with SEC saying that XRP could be deemed a security, well then that's a slam dunk for Ripple. But I don't think SEC would be that naive to ask for documents that could be, detrimental to their own case. But I think what we're going to find in these 2012 documents is not going to really make much of an impact. But what do you think? It'll be really, really interesting. Now, that's why a lot of people are saying that the February 17 will make or break the case. I don't think it's that far, right? I don't see these documents as being that crucial. And we've seen time and time again that the media tries to overhype these type of things, right? I don't think it's a make or break, because there's a lot of factors. I mean, I could come out and say, oh, you're launching a company. Well, put in a legal document that says, well, one day you could be deemed a security. That's vague. It's too vague, right? In 2012, they could have been told, by the way, this is how you could potentially one day be deemed a security. That doesn't mean anything compared to how the actual tokens or the sales occurred. So that is what I think. I think it's an overhype of this particular news. Now, from a price action point of view, we're going to go over it, go over all the possibilities. I do believe that we are not too far away from starting to break out, to break towards the dollar, but we'll uncover that and talk about it. Now, banking giant DBS to offer retail crypto trading starting late this year, according to CEO. This is bullish, very good. More and more and more mass adoption happening out there in the world. Now, the court case could make XRP the only crypto asset with regulatory clarity in the United States. We've touched up on this. You know about this. If you don't know about it, do read up about it, because it would be really, really powerful to be the only one to have regulatory clarity in the United States. Some of you were asking me, if we do get regulatory clarity, what could the price jump in within 24 hours? I can't tell you that. Nobody can tell you that. Nobody. And anybody that tells you that they can, they're lying. Now, XRP price prediction, like FX Street talking about, Ripple prepares for a 35% liftoff, which will take us, towards a dollar uptrend. We will see. And we'll talk about that a little bit more. Now, will Ripple win the case? And if not, will there be a future for XRP? We're going to be talking about this. We're going to be discussing this as we go along this month. Something to definitely talk about. As far as the price action though, it is looking mighty fine for a move towards the dollar. It's looking bullish. Now, this is the first case of its kind with respect to crypto lending platforms. So the SEC Chair Gary Gensler said, today's settlement makes clear that crypto markets must comply with time-tested securities laws, such as the Securities Act of 1933 and the Investment Company Act of 1940. What we're reading over here is Gary's, huge win against, BlockFi. It further demonstrates the Commission's willingness to work with crypto platforms to determine how they can come into compliance with those laws. I'd like to thank and commend our remarkable SEC staff and state regulators for their efforts and collaboration on this settlement. Ladies and gentlemen, whether you're with crypto, whether you're with XRP, whether you're not with XRP, this case involves all of us. It really does. Whether you like to admit it or not, we're all in the same boat. And that boat is, we're going to kick the SEC's ass, because everyone will be impacted by this. So where are we going? I believe we're about to swing up above $1, maybe even touch $1.10, but then we're going to have a retrace. We're not just going to, fly above $1.10 and continue to go up, unless the news tomorrow is that good, which I don't think it is. Then we will start to begin our journey, break above $1.10, consolidate, and continue to move out, make our momentum towards previous all-time highs. We will be at the SEC settlement. And then once we get that settlement or a win, again, my opinion, not financial advice, but my opinion is that we're settling or winning, then we're really going to start to see the price action move into
double digit territory. But I'd love to know what you think in the comments. If you did learn something new today, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. As always, thank you, and I look forward to see you on the next one.